Hello everyone, we have our news for the week, so let's take a look. Up first, maintenance, normal time as usual. Ending with maintenance is the week 3 community challenge, so the Exostars rerun and Enigmatic Assailant rerun. So if you still need to do those clears, you have till maintenance to finish that up. And new this week is kind of interesting, so no real events. We're getting 2 units, one's a regular unit, and one they're giving us for free with the Crest Pass or whatever. So the summon unit is going to be the new Lulu, Bewitching Black Mage Lulu. So we got the login, 30 shards and everything there as usual. Not premium, so her shards are in the shop. We are getting yet another Lapis Replica exchange. So Prayer and Pilgrimage. Looks like nothing really special, so same that we've been getting overall. New unit choice. Looks like this one's the same units as the last one, because the last one goes up to Agrius. And that one seems to go up to Agrius as well. So the shards should be the same as the last one as well. So nothing too special there, just going to be another Lapis Replica. Special bundles. So we got a bundle for the new Penelo, who is going to be the free unit essentially. So we can buy shards or her herself. We will get EX1 for free, as long as you do the events. So vision cards, nothing too special over here. They're both mages, so they both have mage cards, which is pretty much just the same card, different series. So we got 130 magic, 50% magic, 25% limit damage, and 500 flat magic for Final Fantasy X for Lulu. And then Final Fantasy 12 for Penelos. But other than that, exact same card, just different picture on it. We do get more main story. Unfortunately, this is probably going to be short. I do like the main story, so it's always nice to see more, because I want to see what happens to everybody. But this is just going to be Chapter 11, Part 2, so it shouldn't take too long to get through all that. So, we're getting a special crest. These have been about like 25 bucks or something like that to get the extra stuff. You don't have to buy the pass to get the unit for free, just like all the other ones. It does look like they're taking away some of the shards. So before, for free, you'd get EX1 and an extra 50 shards. And if you bought the pass, you would get EX2 and an extra 50 shards. So this looks like if you don't buy the pass, you get EX1 and 25 shards. And then if you do buy the pass, you get EX2. We still get the extra regular lapis and everything. But it just looked to me that they reduced the amount of shards that we get through the pass for free. So unit Penelo debuffer. Essentially, she's a light breaker. So anybody that doesn't have Prompto, she's going to be a good replacement for Prompto for sure. She does actually have a leader skill as well. And it looks like no global boost, which expected no boost because they're giving it for free. So Super Trust is a hat, 31 defense, 88 magic, 39 spirit. She gets 500 flat magic. Everybody else gets 50% human and fairy killer, so decent amount of magic and killer on a hat is always nice to see. Accessory for regular trust, 62 magic, 30% health and mana, and machine killer 50%. That also is not that bad, mana and killer on it. So leader skill, gathering category only, 750 attack and magic, 200 defense and spirit, and then a secondary for light category, 500 attack and magic, 200 defense and spirit. So okay leader overall. So we can take a look at her on the JP side. The Confusion Resist is nice to see. She's got a little bit of light there. So EX2, she gets a huge 200% latent peril. Only lasts for 2 turns, but you use it on the setup turn. So that's really nice. standard breaker stuff. So we got 80% AoE, 85 single target. Quad black. She's got triple and quad cast for everything in the kit. So we got bolting and Chaos Wave Awakened. 150 modifiers. We don't care about that. It's just something to chain with when needed. So cooldown, we get a 70 modifier for the limit and 300 storm magic. She does have a field. It's only 30% though, lightning and light down. But she does have the 200, so I mean, it balances out. You get the extra on the regular and peril, and then a slightly lesser field. So even though the field's lower than the 40s that we deal with now, she has a much bigger in peril, so it actually comes out to more. We get the Magnus, so 40% rod down and 89 defense spirit break, 160 on the imperil there, but I mean, obviously at EX2, we're going to use the 200 for late teams. 200 mana to an ally, very nice. 10 limits, only costs 120, and she can quad cast that, super nice. We get nullify one spell, very nice. Status ailment resist, actually that's fairly good for the current World of Visions boss too. And then 200% evoke damage to one ally. Interesting, it would be really nice if they actually upped evoke modifiers on the units, because they are pretty far behind, but I mean, could be useful to play with here and there. I don't see that as being super useful all the time, but the rest of the kit as a breaker is pretty nice. She doesn't have a good self-imperil boost, though. She's only got 35% for herself on the cooldown. So that's a little unfortunate. Double hand unit. She's got some extra spell modifier in her kit. Usual killers that we always see. So she does have heal and cure status ailments, which is nice, and she's got some lightning spells. Interesting that they didn't also give her like banish, seeing she's mainly a late breaker. So regular limit burst, 30% rod down. We got 150 lightning and lights, 87 defense spirit, 85 attack and magic, and 200x modifier bolting chain. And then for the super, 40% rod down, 160 lightning and light, 85 attack and magic, 89 defense spirit, 300x modifier. So light magic, she adds 70. So overall, her damage is going to be kind of low. I mean, she is a breaker, so don't really expect much from breakers overall. And she doesn't have her own 100 or 150 amp. So that definitely sets her back, but as a breaker, she's definitely a decent breaker, and for a free unit, that's actually pretty good. So definitely worth getting the free EX1 at least for her. She'll be very useful. And then the only other thing we have is the actual banner, so Bewitching Black Mage Lulu. Very boring step up for her, nothing guaranteed, just the 4 steps. She's got the secondary rate up units, so that's Deoxys, Cursebringer Nalika, Lady Shantoto, Blades of Black Flame Reagan, so all dark units. She's a dark unit herself. So another super limit burst unit. She's listed as a buffer and mage. Super Trust, two-handed rod, 27 attack, 234 magic. She gets 500 flat magic, and everybody else can get 75% beast and fairy killer. Regular Trust, accessories, 63 magic, 30% mana and magic, and 50% fairy killer. Always nice to see killers on stuff, so that's nice. And it looks like no global boost for her, so we can take a look. So EX2 for her 150 boost, which is fairly common. Both triple and quad cast and quad black magic. So we got Chaos Wave and Bolting Chains, 250 and 275 modifiers. Still nothing special. Cooldown, we got 120 on the limit with 300 storm magic is nice. 30% magic mitigation could be handy here and there. A double Mirage stack for the party is super useful though. 400% stat buff, and 300% limit damage. 5 turns on a 5-turn cooldown. Super nice. Always nice to see that. 160 Beast Killer is fine. 500 modifier to her magic attacks, which is fine as well. And the big thing is 70% dark boost field. So she's essentially like the Dark Aang. We got stat buffs and a big field for dark. The fire, ice, lightning, water. And then she can view dark. That's always nice too. Again, they didn't give her regular dark spells. I mean, I know she has the 2 in the kit. Regular limit, we got 35 rod down, 130 dark, 80 80 spirit break, and 280 modifier bolting chains. So bolting's nice and easy to chain with, plus we get a bunch. For the super, 40% rod down, 130 dark, 80 spirit, and 380. So that's what, 500 limit modifier with the boost and 300 storm magic. Should be fairly decent damage overall, which is nice because of the buffs and the field. I don't think she'll match Aang though. Pretty sure Aang has a lot more damage than she does. But overall, not a bad unit, especially for a dark team. 70% field is pretty big overall. And that's pretty much all we have. So there's no new event starting. The World Division is going to be open for a bit more. So the only new stuff to do content-wise is going to be the story, which honestly, hour or two would probably finish that up. Those have been pretty short chunks overall. Also, I have to see what they're doing overall, because they're kind of skipping around. So we're getting Lulu from Final Fantasy X, and then they're giving us a free unit out of the Final Fantasy 12 pack. And a bunch of units in between those two. So, going to be interesting to see what next month brings and everything. Pull-wise, I do want Lulu. I'm not going to pull directly on the banner. I'm going to do a bunch of random pulls, and we'll see. I'll probably use maybe my 3-star EX tickets. I get a bunch of those. Maybe I'll get lucky, probably not. But not a limited unit, so always chance in the future. And that's pretty much all we have, so we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.